pick up your phone just to check the time, and somehow an hour later, you're still there, scrolling through reels and stories and random stuff that you don't even care about. And the whole time, there's this voice in your head saying, okay, I really need to get up right now. I have things to do. But then you just can't seem to stop. You probably already know that your phone habit is not serving you. You've known for a while. Maybe you've even tried to change it. You've deleted some apps, you've set screen time limits, you've told yourself, okay, from tomorrow it's different, and then tomorrow comes, but nothing changes. And the guilt just keeps adding up. Assalamu alaikum, I'm Maryam from Sisters Flourish, and in this video, I want to share 3 things that have actually helped me start changing this, because I've been in that guilt cycle too for a long time, and these 3 things have helped me. So during COVID, I had a newborn and we had moved to a new country. We did not really have family nearby. My 2 boys at the time were 2 and 4, and they would just fight and scream, and I was just running on empty. I would just keep on reaching for my phone all the time. Instagram, WhatsApp, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, back to Instagram over and over again, searching for what I don't even know. I told myself I just needed some quiet and I just needed a little break from the chaos. I guess maybe what I did not realize is my phone was not giving me quiet. It was adding on more noise. And I wasn't just tired of the chaos around me, I was avoiding it. Everything that needed my attention felt like a mountain that I was not ready to face. And so I would open whatever app and just disappear for a while. And then I would close it, but then I would feel more anxious, more behind, more guilty, and then I'd open it again. It took a long time to even just realize the pattern. It took a long time to be like, okay, we need to handle this, we need to work on this. But these 3 steps that I'm about to share, these are the starting points. Step number 1 is figure out what you're avoiding. For most of us, the scrolling or the picking up the phone is not actually the problem, it's a symptom. You keep reaching for your phone because there's something underneath that feels too heavy to face right now. Maybe it's how exhausted you're feeling. Maybe it's a conversation that you're putting off. Maybe it's the question you don't really want to ask yourself right now, which is, what do I actually want right now? So the next time you catch yourself reaching for your phone, pause for a second and ask, what am I avoiding right now? You don't have to fix it immediately, just identify it, because when you start to see what it is that you're avoiding, it's like you understand, okay, this is how the pattern starts, or this is where the pattern starts, and then you start to see it for what it is instead of feeling controlled by it. I know for a long time I would say, I feel so controlled by my phone. Step number 2 is replace the scroll with something that actually fills you up. What I've realized is that the needs that we don't voice them, like there are needs under the scroll, and those needs are real. You scroll looking for rest, but then you feel more tired. You scroll maybe because you're looking for a connection, but then you feel more alone. So instead of asking, how do I stop scrolling? Maybe we should ask, what do I actually need right now? Maybe it's 5 minutes of quiet. Maybe it's picking up your Quran, picking up your Mus'haf and reading just 1 page. Maybe it's making dua because something is stressful right now. Maybe it's lying down for 10 minutes without doing anything. I try to keep a small list of things that fill me up. Things like writing, things like going for a walk, things like jumping jacks with my kids. Sometimes I just feel so tired and I'm just like, okay guys, it's time to do jumping jacks. And it gets us all, well, at least it gets me out of that state where I feel like the only thing that I want to do right now is scroll. And so when I catch myself reaching for my phone, I try one of those things instead. It is okay to have those times, but we just need to analyze, what is it adding to our lives? What is it taking away from our lives? For me, I need to ask myself, what is it taking away from my life? In fact, both. What is it adding to my life? Because at the end of the 2 hours, I cannot tell you what I've spent on my phone. And I know myself, and I guess we all know ourselves, and so this is very individual. It's a very personal thing. Step number 3 is to set one boundary, because if you try to change everything at once, you're maybe going to last 3 days and then you'll give up, and then the guilt on top of the habit that you already have is you're just not in a great place. So pick one boundary that would make the biggest difference for you right now. For me, that looked like keeping my phone far away up in the closet where it was just not easy to reach. But then I had a smaller phone which allowed me to make calls and do my Google Maps navigation because I was driving a lot. I wanted to remove the option of pick up the phone all the time, every single time. And that's it. So you need to be honest about your own limitations and then design your environment around whatever those limitations are. Maybe for you, it's that you're just not going to have your phone before Fajr, or maybe you're just not going to be scrolling at night after a certain time, or maybe you start by deleting that one app that keeps on pulling you in. Whatever boundary that you set does not have to be perfect. It's just choose yourself again and again and again. Do the one thing that you know you want. Keep those promises that you are making to yourself. I'm so curious right now. I do want to know what your one boundary is going to be. So please let me know in the comments. Even if it's a small thing, sometimes just saying that, okay, this is my boundary, that could be your own first step. And if you want help following through on this with accountability, with a group of sisters doing the same thing alongside you, and of course with dua at the core of all of it, that's what the 12-week dua challenge is for. You pick one area of your life that needs your attention the most right now, and for 12 weeks, we show up for it together. The next cohort of the 12-week dua challenge starts this summer, inshallah, and I will leave the link to join the waitlist in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.